thinking. There we go.
Welcome to 9 to Thrive Lead Generation Uncovered with Laura Burnett, tech geek and email marketing extraordinaire, and myself, Nicky Williams, business mentor from the Thrive Business Academy. Laura and I are utterly passionate about telling you the truth about online business to support your lead generation, growth and income. So today we are discussing setting up your LinkedIn for success. Now, Laura and I are both really keen on LinkedIn. We love it. I've been on it for about 5 years successfully, and Laura has just nearly been on there as long as that, using it as probably one of her main platforms as well. I know that you've gone off on different directions as well as, but LinkedIn is a tremendous platform for business owners, and it's changed remarkably over the last few years, and it's somewhere that it's a real pleasure to hang out now. So we're talking about setting up your LinkedIn for success, and that means bringing leads into your inbox. And we're going to start off with setting up your profile for success. So first of all, we're talking banner. Okay, the banner is a top image, which is it blue still without LinkedIn blue, without your actual using the banner? Now that's your free advertising space, and it would be an absolute disservice to yourself if you do not use it. Okay, so you can easily add a profile, and on that profile, you want to use your branding, which we talked about in previous episodes. And we don't need to have a picture of you. It doesn't matter if you do or not, because we've also got your profile photo, but we need to know a call to action, DM to book, or free masterclass, or whatever it is. You need to point them and tell them what you do and how they can work with you. And that is really, really important, because if you have not got your profile in use and you're using LinkedIn to build your business, you're not going to come across professional, and that's where we want to be. We want to be professional, branded, and getting our key message across with our profile. Okay, so we'll move on to our profile photograph. Okay, so with our profile photograph, we want to not add you with your dog in your arms with your sunglasses on, holding in your other hand a glass of Chardonnay. Or hoodie up, as Laura is displaying if you're watching this on YouTube. We want to have a lovely, smiley, no glasses on photo of your top part of your body, and ideally with a plain, bright something background that really makes your top part of your body pop on that photo, because that's the thing that's going to be on every part of your messaging and your interaction on LinkedIn. Anything to add there, Laura?
Just to make sure you do it. I do believe that the colour backgrounds help a lot, because it removes. If you've got a tool like Canva, you could have a photo like just what we've got now. We're sat at the computer and we've got background, but you could use Canva to remove the background. I think that's a pro feature.
That is Canva Pro feature. Yeah,
and then there's other websites out there, but I like the Canva one. And then just add a colour in the background out of your branding, and that just makes you stand out so much more. I mean, when people scrolling through the feed, like I'm quite certain people will be like, oh, orange, they'll see that as me because they can see the orange as me, and they'll recognise you by that colour that you use. So when I'm scrolling through, if I see pink, I usually think, oh, is this Leah Turner? Because she uses the pink colour in her background. So it's always good to try and get your branding colour in your background as well.
Yeah, really good tip. So if you don't use Canva, you can go to remove.bg, and that's a free tool, I believe, that you can use, that actually is the one that integrates with Canva anyway. So your headline, that's really, really the next important feature of LinkedIn, and particularly the first sort of small sentence. I can't remember how many characters it is offhand, but you need to make those first few words really stand out from the crowd. So what you don't want to do is fill it in with I'm a coach that helps. That is a waste of your headline character limit. What you want to do is coaches supporting, empowering, elevating, something really magnetic and high level, and say exactly who you help, how you help, and also how to contact you. Are you going to give an example, Laura, of your headline? I don't know whether you were looking something up then or not.
No, I was double checking the character limit actually.
Oh,
So you want to edit it on desktops. If you edit your headline on mobile, you'll probably only get about 120 characters. Whereas if you edit it on a desktop, you'll get about 220 characters, which is probably around about 50 words. But I'd also say it's so important to think about that beginning bit as well, because so many people go helping people to do da da da, and then it's actually the bit that they actually do is at the end. Whereas when you're looking through your social media feed on LinkedIn, you actually only see the first maybe 5 or 6 words. So the first 5 or 6 words needs to tell people actually what you do, because if it's not, then it's just going to make it that people don't see. So if I literally, I'm actually going to log into my LinkedIn while I'm on here.
Well, I'll just read out mine at the moment. So it says, business mentor to women who know they're meant for more, create more freedom by simplifying your business. And at the end, I've got Power Hour Queen. That's because I'm well known for creating power hours with the women that I work with. Laura is obviously, this is not for our joint business, this is for her own business. Have you got that one up?
Mine is digital marketing and tech specialist for 6-figure coaches, saving time and maximizing revenue potential, all in one solution, top 100 entrepreneur.
I love that. And that's literally claiming it. You know, this is not a time just to put fluff in it. Laura's absolutely nails it. And you've changed it recently, haven't you? And it really does create impact.
It does. And we don't want to see director of or CEO at something creations. I don't know. I'm just going to business.
It doesn't mean anything to your audience, does it? So there's no point putting those words in there.
So no, 100% headline matters. You can get obviously loads of training out there that will go more in depth on the headline, but your headline does matter. The keywords in it will get searched. If someone searches digital marketing, I've got more chance of showing up because my headline says digital marketing. So make sure that that comes across on there. And I would personally, I don't know what you think, Nicky, I don't like people who start with helping I feel it's old school now.
A little bit common now.
Yeah. It don't make you stand out.
No, and actually, do you help? I would say that you probably do much more. As I said, you know, use much more sort of wow words, empowering, transformation. You know, there's so many better words than helping. Helping is very bland, is what I call beige bev. So, you know, helping, help. Do you help? I don't know if I'd go to somebody that just helps me. I want something a little bit va-va-voom-ish. Okay, then. So now we've got 2 different options when you're on LinkedIn, which is the normal LinkedIn mode, or you've got creator mode. Okay, so there's 2 different options, and you can go into your settings and change this. So with creator mode comes extra features, and they're really, really very good features. And so we highly recommend all of our audience changing it over to creator mode. It doesn't mean suddenly you're a curator of, you know, designing and that sort of thing. It just means that you are using the platform and using the benefits as you should do. So the first thing is hashtags. Now you'll see underneath some people's profiles, they'll have a couple of hashtags that are mentioned. And I've got motivation, positivity, entrepreneur, and empowering women under mine. And it basically says this is what you talk about. And it sort of sums up your brand and your messaging. And it's a really good feature to add because hashtags are searchable on LinkedIn now. And you can look up one of those hashtags and all of those posts, just like it does over on Instagram, come up underneath that hashtag. So it's a really important feature to use hashtags within your profile and within your posts as well. It also gives you the option of adding a link under the top of your profile. And I think it's only a few, I can't remember how many characters you can use on that link, but it's quite finite to how many characters you can actually use. I'm just quickly going down there, 30 characters. And I've got, let's get your biz with a skyrocket. And you can use emojis, not only to make you stand out from the crowd, but also to get your message across with less characters as such. And this is where you want them to first go. So it could be your free masterclass, it could be a free 30-minute call with them, but that's where you want to put that call to action to get them to move you forward. All of these things that I'm telling you about today, we're telling you about today, can be changed without anybody knowing. So on Facebook, if you changed a banner, people get notified. If you change information on your profile, it gets notified. Luckily, LinkedIn, we can do all sorts of things to test them without everybody being notified every single time you're doing it.
And I've said the link should kind of match the banner, shouldn't it? If your banner's saying book a call with me, then make that link a book a call. If that banner's advertising a masterclass, that's just Bella, ignore Bella. If that's just advertising a masterclass, then make that link about your masterclass. So kind of make a match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry about the dog in the background. Hopefully she'll be gone in a second. Okay, then. So then we're talking about featured images. And at the top of your LinkedIn profile, you actually get to pin some featured images. And those images or that content is really, really important, because when people are checking you out, that's what's going to show at the top. And you can go along there and have these featured images. And it can be different things now, I believe. It's posts, you can add links, you can add your carousels. Is there anything else there that I'm missing, Laura?
No, I think that's basic one. But when it first came out, it used to be that you had to create a post and then you'd make that post a featured image. Whereas now you don't even have to do that. You can literally just put the link into the web page and then it pulls through the image that pulls through, and that works perfectly fine. And I find that way better because you see all the time people will make a post on LinkedIn in the past just because they wanted to make it a featured image. It would be a sales post that they wanted to make a featured image, so they've just made that post. Whereas actually now you don't even have to do that. You can skip that step and just set up your featured images as you want to set them.
Yeah, there's a little plus sign and it says add post, add newsletter, add an article, add a link, or add media. It's super, super simple, and it's absolutely blind. So if you've got like a ton of results from one of your last challenges or your last programs, get all of those results, put them up there, because we need to be showing people your expertise and the changes that you make with the work that you do. Okay, then. So the next bit is your about section. Now, your about section is a place where you can actually shine your light on everything you do, your incredible expertise. We need to make sure that it really impacts the person reading it, that actually, if you put there, I help women in business to up level their business, and that's it. Or you need to make sure it's something really powerful. I've got attention ambitious women in business who are ready to step into their power and create a life of freedom, wealth, and health. Are you tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall? So you actually bring up their pain points, and then you let them know what the changes you can make. It's and also at the end of this, you need to add another call to action. And again, add links to it. You can actually add links to it. So these are real prime real estate spots that you can use to direct people to where they need to go into the funnels.
And I would make sure you use emojis as well, because otherwise the profile will be hard to read. So don't make it paragraph, 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 paragraph. Make it with emojis, split things up. So you can also use tools such as Text, where you can actually make things bold as well. So you can highlight certain bold bits that you want people to see during it, and make sure that you do that throughout your profile then, just to make it easily readable. Because if I went on someone's profile about page and I had to read something that looked like a Word document, I'd probably not read it. Whereas if it was split up nicely, some bold text within there, it had some emojis, I'm more likely to read it.
Yeah, so that's yaytext.com. And it's a free tool that you can use, and everybody uses it. It's really, really good. It bolds, italics, etc., and it just makes it a little bit different than the norm. So yeah, that's really good. Now, the next thing that we want to cover is linking it to your company page. Can you tell them more about that, Laura?
Yeah, so you can obviously put where you work. So a lot of people, company pages, I am no expert on company pages. I don't personally use my company page. I know we barely use ours apart from setting up events in Thrive Business Academy, because they don't, from what I see, get much reach. But I am not claiming to be a LinkedIn like expert in that at all. But one thing you 100% need to do is create a company page, even if you're not going to use it, because it'll have your logo in there. You can put the website address in there as well to go to your website. And then underneath where you work is your company and your profile. You can link it to that. So that when someone's scrolling through, so if someone scrolls through mine, because I've got 3 businesses, they'll see 3 businesses there where they'll see, right, I'm the director of the Thrive Business Academy. And if they click on that, it's going to take them to the company page, which is going to have the website URL. If they clicked on the IT Moon one, it'll take them over to there. And again, with my other business, MHE. So it just makes it easier, because otherwise it's just going to say you work at whatever your business aim is, and there's not even going to be any image there, a logo, and it's just going to look messy and awful. And they can't click on it to go find out more about that business either. So always make sure you do that for your experience section.
Yeah. And finally, it's always it's never last but least, this one with us. The last point is generally the most important point that we want to make. And if you're setting up your LinkedIn for success, it's not just about getting your bio sorted, okay? It's not about your banner and profile. It's about then connecting, engaging, and posting. And this is imperative to have a strategy on LinkedIn for success and connecting with people every day to build your audience, making sure that every day you are ticking this off the list. And I don't know how many you're connecting to each day, but I recommend 10 a day. What are you doing, Laura? 10 a day. Yeah. Connecting to people that you enjoy communicating with, always growing your audience on LinkedIn. No point doing more than that, because you'll just get, LinkedIn will have a little bit of a funny mare, and, they'll be, they tend to block you, don't they? From
you can't do too many, can you?
No, I think years ago it was like you can add hundreds, but now you can't. Engaging with those people that you connect with. So you'll connect with them, and then you need to start engaging in their posts. It's about relationship building, about connection. Everything in business, even if it's on social media, if it's on the internet, it's always about relationships. So you need to connect and then engage. Yes, you need to post. You need to post about your expertise, about you, because people buy from people. But connecting and engaging is imperative for building relationships, long-term relationships, and getting referrals.
And I would say connect is the key point. So now with creator modes, if you've got creator mode on, it will automatically allow people to follow you instead of connect. To connect with you, you have to press, I think, the drop down, and then it says connect. And there's a difference. So if you're following someone, you can see their posts, they can't see yours. But if you connect with someone, they can see your posts and you can see their posts. So it's both ways. So I would much rather have a connection to a follower. But if you've got lots of people following you, that's amazing, because they can see your posts. But if you're actually doing the connecting, so you're actually going to connect with people, don't just follow them, because all that's going to mean is you're going to see their post, but they're not going to see yours. So you want to do that extra step. So if it says follow on the button, go into their profile and find the connect button, because you want to do the connect and not the follow.
Yep, perfect. Brilliantly put. And I think that sums it up.
It does. So that's the end of this episode about setting up your LinkedIn for success. So we've gone through how you can set up your profile. And then, of course, don't forget the important bit. We've set this profile up. We want people to see it. So then we need to connect, engage, and post with people. So please do not forget to leave us a review, subscribe and follow, depending on which platform you're watching. And if you want to find out more, obviously, please head over to our own LinkedIn, have a look at our own profile, see how we've set ours up. Hopefully, we're setting a good example. And if we're not, come tell us off. But 100% give us a connection request, not a follow request. And let us know how you're finding LinkedIn. And of course, you can find out more over at thrivebusinessacademy.com.